Greetings YouTube, and welcome to another weekend of bargains. First off, we're going to look at these two pieces of green steel, which were part of some kind of a degreasing system of some variety. I'm not 100% sure what that was. Those two things were also salvaged, but I got those weeks ago. That, for me, is potential, knobs and things, as well as sheet metal, because I can use those long pieces of sheet metal to make things out of. But this is what I wanted to show you for real. This is a lot of stuff that I got over the weekend. We have these three pieces of large steel, which I paid $1 for at a yard sale. A guy let me dig through his scrap pile. He was also a fellow maker. I want to get that nut off. How to get this gear off. How I'm going to do that yet, I haven't quite figured out. This is a piece of leaf spring. I think I can do something interesting. And this is a shovel handle, which is always nice steel. And I'm thinking of making some kind of a pole arm out of that. We have this box full of sockets, which I got. It's got two nice little swivels like this one. We have a little one, which is 1/4-inch drive, and a big one, which is a 1/2-inch drive. This I picked up for $1 at a yard sale as well. They makes nice jaws for vices, and I just got a new vise, so I'm thinking to turn that into some jaws. With this lot here, which I paid $5 for this entire box, there were 3 ratchets. This is just some no-name. I'll be getting rid of that one. But these two are vintage Craftsman. This is a 943796, and this is a 943797, 3/8 and a 1/2-inch drive with thumb knurled rings here, so you can move them in with your fingers before you start ratcheting, and again a 1/2-inch one of those. And these are actually, that's worth $12. This is worth $25. So if I wanted to, I already made money on this, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it. These items up here, this belt, that clamp here, which I don't have any idea what I'm going to do with yet, and these 2 bags of fasteners, which are these. I don't know what size they are yet. I have to figure that out. They're not 1/4-20. I paid $5 for those at an estate sale. I mean, at a yard sale. This section in here came from an estate sale. This was I think I paid $6 for this. There was a small bell, and there's one other item which I can't remember off the top of my head. Oh yeah, I got a bat for free. It couldn't cost me anything. A bunch of plane blades, a blade dog for locking things down, big tap, a small alligator clip on a extension. This is a handle for a file. A couple of big lag bolts. Don't know what to do with those yet. This, which is a small compass, which I think I'm probably going to use that for probably transferring lines and things. But the bargain I got, I picked up at Goodwill for $5. There's 2 plates I'll be using. But this is the big deal here. This lot right here, as well as a treetop chainsaw, is the kind you throw up on a rope, and then you pull both ends of the rope to cut through a branch. I got one of those for my wife that was brand new, never used. As well as a 1950 edition, second edition Machinery's Handbook with all of the notes in it from a man named Cosson, C-O-S-S-O-N. A number of his tools had that engraved on it. And he was a machinist, and he had some really nice stuff. A lot of his stuff was lathe-based, so it wasn't. I can't use lathe-based things. I don't have a lathe. Why he had so many of these caps, I'm not sure, but he has one in the nickel, cast iron, and brass. The cast iron one I'm probably going to have a use for right away. The other 2 I may keep in case I actually need those caps or something. 3 stones, 1, 2, 3. Nice big block of steel with some coals in it. I don't know what thread size those are yet. I'm thinking I'm making maybe some kind of fixture out of that one. Nice little Federal gauge. This is an older one, made in USA. This is obviously something he made himself. It's custom made. You can still see the bluing on it that he used for laying out lines. I'll have to figure out a way to hold that, because that could be very handy. Small punch set. I've got some of these already, but it's nice having another one, so in case yours get dull. And again, I picked these up for very little money. End mill, a couple of big chamfers, feeler gauge, thread gauge, a whole box of taps. This was made in England. I don't know if I mentioned that. This is a essentially like a strap wrench, but much, much stronger because it's a chain. And he had some kind of, he engraved some kind of part number. I'm thinking this might have been the number for inventory or something, because he was a professional machinist. He did this as a living. And his wife was like, she didn't have any idea what the notes he left in the machinery handbook were. And he left copious notes in there, hand-drawn illustrations. Just, the guy, it was awesome. It's awesome. I actually have a video just dedicated to that, which will go up on my channel eventually. And this nice tap handle right here, which is Greenfield, New Hampshire, Greenfield, Massachusetts, made in the USA. So, very happy with this stuff. Now, the stuff I got from Kosin wasn't super cheap. It was 40 bucks for the book and all of this and that tree chain I mentioned. Oh yeah, I mentioned a small file, which I now have a handle for. So there you go. And the 2 different sales worked out nicely. And I have no idea why there was this ball bearing in here. No clue. But I brought it home. I took it home. So yeah, this is an awesome collection. If I could have found a use for more of his tools, I would have bought them. But I don't have a use for them, so there was no reason to bring them home if I was never going to use them. I'll use this. I'll use this. I'll use these. I never had to need a nut breaker, but now I got a really nice one. And I've seen people online, like, you know, the 5-minute hacks making your own, and they used like untreated steel, like mild steel, to make or a bolt to make the nut, to make the cracking bit. No, yeah, you don't use that. You need hardened steel for that, and that's what this is. So very happy that I have this. And there's another there's another number. So he must have had to keep these things organized or something. He engraved those in there by hand. Anything else on there? No, just that and that. So yeah, he had to have had to inventory these things for a job. He had some stuff from AT&T. So there's the chance he worked for AT&T at some point. I would have loved to have talked to the guy. Really, it would have been cool. The old timers can be often be incredibly knowledgeable and useful as resources. So yeah, very happy with this weekend's haul. Now I got to find a place to put this stuff. I need to find a better container for this. Funny thing is I've just bought myself a 15/16 inch socket for this breaker bar because I just got myself a brand new jet drill press. Full-size floor model, and the nut down here, the bolt rather, that holds this in place so you can turn it if you want to, is a 15/16, which I did not have. So I went out and bought it. Then I paid $7 for that one socket, and then I go to a yard sale and I buy all of this for $5. Yeah, can't win sometimes, you know. But I got all kinds of cool stuff in there. I will find a use for it. And this really big one is probably going to end up in some kind of a build. Because I don't need a 1.5 inch. I don't even have a socket. I don't have a ratchet or a breaker bar that size. So there's no use to me. But it might end up in a build. These make great maces. And this one, maybe you find a use for that. It's a 1/2 inch drive, I think. Yeah, it's a 1/2 inch drive. I might find a use for something like that. All right. But yeah, great haul. A lot of fun hunting for this stuff. Well worth your time to go to yard sales and estate sales. Look them up online. Estatesale.net, Craigslist. Those are the 2 resources I use every single week. I use Craigslist every day. Every day I go to Craigslist and look for free stuff, and I sometimes find it. So, hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you come back for the next bargain video.